Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. So we're going to put a greenhouse in here. I am also going to want some beehives so that we can get a supply of honey coming out as well, which means that we'll have multiple products that we can then start taking to different locations and selling. And that's going to be some income coming in. I have heard one complaint leveled at the game that the only way to successfully make money in the early stages is, in fact, to get greenhouses. They're a little bit unbalanced, apparently. I disagree with that statement. I don't believe the only way to make money is with greenhouses. You aren't going to be able to make money exactly the same way that you could in FS19. But I don't believe that you are limited to just doing greenhouses and nothing else, because there are so many other things that are available to go and do. You can do contracts. Like, if we were to go and do, though, if we'd done that ploughing contract by driving the tractor ourselves, we'd have been able to make some money out of it. Especially with leasing the tractor from the farmer, we wouldn't have had to pay any repair costs, and we could have still done the contract. Might not want to sit there doing that ploughing ourselves, but it is a possibility. And I know that there's quite a few people that do enjoy doing the ploughing jobs like that. So you can make money out of it. There's all kinds of ways that you can make money. Just because the greenhouses are the easiest way to make money doesn't mean that they're the only way to make money. I want greenhouses because I don't have any greenhouses in any of my series yet, and I want to see what they're all about. So we will be getting them here. Well, we're going to start off with the one. We're going to have one big greenhouse, and then we'll see after that about putting more in. I'm going to put that greenhouse as we kind of we played around to take a look what we could do. I'm going to put it in the place that is going to be the cheapest to construct. And I am surprised that it's cheaper to build one big greenhouse than it is to build the two medium ones, as far as the leveling of the land is concerned. I thought we'd end up spending less money on the two smaller ones. Turns out I was mistaken. So we will get a big greenhouse. We've got water. We've got the water tank already constructed. That's ready to go. Which means the only thing that we're going to need to do is just carry the water to the greenhouse. And that is it. But we've got baling to do first. The grass cutting is going well. We're nearly done with this. I'm thinking that maybe for the future, if we do have an area of this kind of size, we are definitely going to be wanting to get a second mower. I missed a bit up there. I'll go back and get that in a bit. Just need to finish off this little triangle. Not long now. I'm not going to be able to put hired help going on that hay either, am I? I'm going to have to do all of it myself. All of this work we're going to have to do ourselves, which I'm kind of thinking, given the size of this field, maybe you would forgive me for taking the hay turner back to the dealership and buying a bigger hay turner. If you would allow me the privilege of doing that. I really hope you would. I think that would be a sensible thing for us to go and do. Buy a slightly bigger hay turner. I know I went and bought, although that one is going to be able to get across the land faster than what this mower can. The rake, maybe we should change that one out. I don't know. I'm torn at the moment between wanting to do the job at a reasonable pace and wanting to do the job and keep the costs reasonable. That's what I'm torn between, is those two options. Cost versus speed. That's what we're looking at. Last little bit. And we have mowed another meadow. So I know that is this is the second time that we're doing the same job, which we don't really want to be doing too much of. But we kind of need an area clear so that we can start making some money out of this area, and I figure that this is something that we would actually want to be doing. You know what? Let's change this round. Let's go Control B. Oh no. I actually have the tractor selected. No. Shift B. Yeah, that would help if we did it right. There we go. Something that we can just find out very quickly. If I press H here, AI could not start. Tool attached incorrectly. We'll find out about the hired help in just a second. I also wanted to find out was why I haven't got any wool yet. What are you doing, sheep? Why have we not got wool? Health is on 10%. Animals are 12. I got 3,000 litres of food and 1,490 litres of water. If we look in here, productivity at 10. Wool, 0 litres. It's just starting. It's just thinking about it. Reproduction, health. You got to wait for a little while. You do have to give them a minute or two to sort of gather their thoughts and realise what they're doing before you can expect them to start reproducing and chucking out loads of wool and stuff like that. Now, we're also eventually going to be wanting to do a load of ploughing and stuff up here because root crops. That was the whole point, is we need to do a load of root crops. We're going to want to build our yard up here as well. Now, go here. Unhitch that one there. I like that when you go to unhitch, it doesn't instantly drop it. Still getting used to it. As you could see, I started pulling away before it had dropped it. But I actually like that. I think that is quite cool. Put that one on there and hook that one on. Pick it up. And let's just find out if hired help will work. I'll put you in there in the middle, like that. I'll lower you down. It does! Right, we can actually use the hired help in the field here to help us out with this. That's good. I could have actually done that then with the mowing, which I didn't realise. So, is it classing this as a field, or does it not need it to be a field in order for it to work? I'm not sure. Genuinely don't know if it needs it to be a field in order for it to work, or if it will just do it because there's grass now cut and on the ground. I think this is classed as a field. But again, I'm not sure about that. Maybe that's how they've done it. Maybe that's why we've got this needs to be ploughed, covering the entire map. And the hired help will now actually work the meadow grass as well as the other grass. I mean, I don't think it will. I'm not sure. Is this a meadow or is it not a meadow? I mean, there's grass growing on it and there's fertilizer showing up on this bit now. It is showing this ground underneath us as being fertilized. Oh! Oh, no, wait. Look. Right there. That's where I've put the sheep pen. The fertilizer bit has disappeared. So maybe this area here is now being classed. I mean, that's all needs ploughing. That's just, like, ridiculous. And same with the lime. What about if I go here? See, I've got grass selected. So it's not counting it as growing or ready for harvest or anything like that, even though I've got the grass selected, but it's still putting it in there as fertilized. So I'm not sure. I don't know. We'd have to put the mower on the front of the tractor to see if it would do the grass as well. And if it would, all you'd have to do is mow around an outside area, and then the tractor would, like the hired help, would go and do the rest for you. Which is actually really cool. I like that. Actually, I really like that. I think that's would, if that does actually work, that is going to be genuinely awesome. I mean, it's not going to take us a very long time to go and do this hay turning here anyway. But we'll test it. We'll go right round one more time, and then we can test it and see if the hired help will work doing the rest of the field. And yes, we are going to have expenses then with the hired help doing stuff, and I know that that is going to be expensive, but I'm quite happy with that. And it also means that we can be on the lookout for a second tractor, and we want to get a cheap tractor, so we're going to need something with a reasonable bit of power. But if we've got a second one working on the farm, it's definitely going to help us out quite a bit, because it means that we can, with jobs like this, if we can have some hired help going, we can put hired help going with another one, and the hired help on the second job, like you can start doing the raking and things like that. You know, we could have one doing the turning, one's doing the raking. They're both working away in the field. This could work out quite nicely. I actually really like this idea. Right, anyway. Just going to get over to that corner over there, and then I don't normally tell you in advance, but I am about to take a break from recording. So when I come back, we may be lucky enough to have a mod for, you know, a decent shed for bales of hay. That would be quite cool. I'd really like to see something like that. Right, I'm going to bring this one around here, and I'm going to set it going with the hired help in hope that the hired help will actually go and do it. So I got a few new mods. Back doing some more recording now. And first up, in the top left-hand corner, you will see that it says 15 km H8750. That is the Valtra 8750. This is the vehicle inspector mod. So whatever we're using will be shown up there. So that one is just got H on it at the moment to say that the hired help is busy doing something. If I skip over onto here, you can now see that this one is 0. It's not showing all of the items, but it is showing some of it. Now if I jump onto here, you can see there's a slight difference with the capacity in the back of the Mahindra there. That is the multi-fruits HUD, I think it's called. Something like that. Basically, it's a thing that will show increased information about whatever you've got on the back. There are links to both of those mods in the Discord, so you will need to join the Discord for that. It's easier if I put the links on Discord rather than put them into videos, because then I can update them simply rather than having to run through videos to get the older ones updated. People do seem to expect that for some reason. So anyway, I will put them into, there'll be links on Discord for any mods that don't come from the mod hub. Now there is one from the mod hub that has just been posted up. That one is the grass. It's changed it so that the grass is able to be harvested at any time, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I really love this mod. It's absolutely brilliant. It means that it doesn't matter what stage of growth the grass is at, we are able to harvest it. It's not actually showing anything on here, although the grass, we're working the grass with the hired help right here, but it's not actually showing as grass on the map. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but it doesn't really matter. So we've got this one busy working in the field, and it's busy doing the hay right there, and then we'll be able to go and use the rake in a bit and rake it up as well. The hired help is giving us a little bit of an overlap here, which, yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance, but that's fine. We can put up with that. We can let the hired help keep doing what it's doing. A couple of other things that I've got. One is one that I'm actually really pleased about, because I was talking about wanting something like this, and now I have got something like this. There is a small shed right here. Look at this one. It's 9,000 for the base shed. Look at this shed. This is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at the roof of it there. Like this, that's old galvanized. It's the second-hand materials. The actual shed itself, that could be second-hand materials that have been used for that. 9 grand for the shed in total. This is what I wanted. Why couldn't we have this as part of the base game? 44,000 for a shed. Are you kidding me? 9,000 is still expensive for a shed, but this is absolutely perfect for what we want here for this series. So what I'm thinking is that this shed could go back here, actually, but we'll need to move a few things out of the way, and we'll do a little bit of landscaping before we put it down. So we'll have that one. That is not from the mod hub. There is a link to that one in my Discord, so you can go and have a look at that one. There is another mod that I've got that is, again, not on Discord. This one's from Mod Hoster. Not on Mod Hub. This is Mod Hoster is the original upload site for this one. Link in the Discord, same as everything else. Let's go back through. I've already gone and fangirled all over this one on the other series that I do, but I know that not everybody watches that series. Some of you only like to watch the hardcore series here. This is a pallet autoload trailer, right? It only works with Euro pallets and liquid pallets. So you can't use it at the moment. He is working on more stuff with the script. It's got script on it, so it's PC only, unfortunately for your console players. But yeah, we have got an actual pallet auto-load trailer, which is just phenomenal. I've tested it out on the other series and looked at it a bit, although I think that's actually next week that you'll see some of the testing out. We'll be using it on this one as well anyway. And the great thing about that one is that it doesn't just put one pallet, one behind the other on the trailer and leave it at that. It does actually stack them up. Goes up to 2 meters high, and as part of his new script that he's got, it doesn't sort of make them disappear from the map either, like the old autoloaders in FS19. Let me just move out of his way a minute. In FS19, the pallets would just be put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 behind each other, and that would be it. This one stacks them one on top of the other. But also, when you loaded them onto the trailer, they basically removed them from the game and just had an image appear on the trailer, and it wasn't actually there, and you then had to unload them again onto the trailer or onto the floor. This new autoload doesn't work like that. The new autoload, the way that it works is that it puts the pallet onto the trailer. It moves the pallet from the ground onto the trailer, and that's it. So you still need to strap the thing down. It doesn't have an unload function, so you can't like carry the pallet somewhere and then use the autoloader to unload them. You do have to unload them manually. It doesn't have an unload function. So I mean, you could drive really fast and throw them all off onto the ground if you really wanted to. So some people might consider that to be a bit of a downside to the autoload trailer. Personally, I don't, because when I'd be using it is for things like when we've got our greenhouses down over there, we will load up the... what do we got in here? Why am I not getting any wool? Should be getting wool, surely. We'll load up the trailer, and then we'll take the goods off to be sold wherever they can be sold. So we won't. We're not planning to be unloading them and moving them around. If we want to move them around in the yard, then we will do that. But that will be sort of, we will move them around in the yard. They won't be moving any further. This lump right here, I don't like that. I really don't like that. It's a little bit too steep. I think what we need to do is we need to extend the level area out a bit more, and then we can sort of feather off the edge a bit. It means it will lose a bit more of the grass on the edge, but I'm actually okay with doing that. So we might have a look at doing that in a bit. As for the wool, I don't really know what's going on there. Let's have a look in here. Wool 0 liters. Reproduction health 8 months. Health 0. Huh. Dunno. I think we just need a bit of time to go by for those sheep to become ready for doing anything. So we just wait, and then the sheep will actually be ready to go and do anything that they want to do. So anyway, we're about to go down through the little lump down there. Okay, that's fantastic. We did actually turn all of the hay in. I'm really pleased that we can use the hired help to do this. I know it's costing us money. I know. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Oh, there is another thing that I've got. And this is one from the mod hub. You can remove items from the tab list. So if you look very carefully, underneath the battery symbol, in the bottom right-hand corner, underneath the battery symbol, is a very, very tiny symbol down there. If I press Control-T, you can now see a little no entry sign being put over that one. This is the tab list, and you could remove items from the tab list. So if I do that, it can be tabbed into. If I do that, I can tab out of this machine, but I can't tab into it. And I actually think this is a really good idea, because this one is exclusively for the shop, so I shouldn't be able to tab into this one. Although, you know, it's sometimes handy if I want to come down here and I want to see something. But we can do that another way. We can figure out another way. So now I've removed that one from the tab list. I can't go back to it. So that's a nice little one. That's in the mod hub, though. So that's available for... Well, I don't know if it's on console, but it is on the mod hub. So you can go and pick it up there nice and easy. So we got a huge number of mods. We had a whole load of mods hit just recently. We want to go... That's leased items. Mods, DLCs. Yeah, all of like, we got a load of Vicon stuff down here. This was all stuff that was released by Giant. So this is Giant's own mods. This is just the machinery that they had in the previous game. So there's a whole load of stuff there. There's the Pottinger Impress right there, that one. That's Giant's mod. And Caverna Geo Spread, that one, I don't think that one was. But yeah, so we had a whole load of Giants released items as well, which was quite cool. It's a big flood of those. That New Holland Combine right there as well, that one was Giants mod added in. Which is quite cool. So we got a whole load of familiar machinery that has turned up. And a lot of people have been saying that they really want the, you know, the Big Bud stuff that was in... I don't even think we got Big Bud at the moment, have we? Let's have a look. Have we got Big Bud? I don't think Big Bud is in here. No, we don't. Big Bud has disappeared, so there's a lot of people that want Big Bud and all of that big pack that came with it when it was released. And we had all of that available in FS19 as well. The really, really big scale stuff. And yes, no good for me here. It's not very many series I have that I would even want to use the ones that are really that big. But I know that there are some of you that like working 4x maps and stuff like that, and you really, really want that. I don't know what's happening. Someone said that there is actually... He's saying he's completed his work. Someone's saying that there is actually a roadmap for that Giants have released for their plans for FS22 and what's going to be released over time. So I've no idea what this roadmap involves, what's written on it. But apparently there's several DLCs that they're planning, and rumor is that the big machinery is something to do with a DLC that they're wanting to release. Well, I don't know about that, because we know that some of the DLCs they release, obviously they charge money for. Some of them, they do release DLCs that are free to everybody to use as well. So I'm really not sure what the plan is regarding any DLCs or anything like that. So it's kind of a wait-and-see situation with that. Don't really know. One other thing that I do have, and that one, there should be a link on my Discord for it, and that is a no-collision camera. And it does actually work. I've been trying it out in all sorts of different ways. It works. It does do a little bit of strange things at times. And this is where I actually want to jump back down to the forklift down the bottom, because I want to show you this strange thing. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I just want to show you this because it's actually pretty cool. So I can go there and then I can enter the vehicle even though it's tabbed out. Right, this new mod that I've got, see, we can go inside the no collision cameras, and I can go inside the buildings. Now, it was doing a really weird thing sometimes where everything else on the map just kind of disappears once you go inside the building. Doesn't seem to be doing it here though. It was very strange the way that it was making everything just kind of like vanish. Everything on the map was vanishing, or everything that was placed down and so on. But it doesn't seem to be doing it there, so we won't worry about that. But yeah, I have there's another new mod there that I've got, no collision camera. I know that several of you have been waiting for one of those. That one, again, is not a mod hub one at the moment. Now, we're really hoping, I'm definitely not alone on this, there's a lot of people who are hoping this. We're really hoping that Giants will actually release an official version of one like they did previously. But so far we haven't seen one. And quite frankly, I'm a bit disappointed with that, because that was one of the most downloaded mods that they had. And so they must know that this is something that people want, and going by the comments on the forums, it's not exactly a secret that people still want this. And so I'm a little bit disappointed that we haven't had that one yet. I'm hopeful that we will actually get one, though. I am hopeful. Right, let's get started on this. I'm wondering if I should have a double-sided one of these, to be honest. Slightly bigger version of this one. We'll do it with this. We'll do it. We'll stick with the smaller machinery for now, and we'll see if we want to increase the size of it later. We've got a greenhouse that we want to put down. That is the next thing that we're going to do. Once we've done this hay, the next thing we do is going to be installing a greenhouse. We're going to build a greenhouse, get that one installed here on the hillside. We'll start off with just one, and then we will take it from there. So you can auto sell the items from the greenhouse. Apparently, though, you do take a bit of a price hit on that. So if you're auto selling the items out of the greenhouse, I think you get about 30% less money for it. I don't really want 30% less money, especially now that I've got an Autoload trailer available. And yes, I could just take the pallets and load them onto our trailer that we got there with our hay on it. I do have a loader arm. I've got I got a bale fork over there. I got a loader arm, and I've got a pallet fork as well. Personally, I mean, the pallets from the greenhouse, you can actually pick those up by hand. You are able to pick them up by hand, so you can load them onto anything you want to. So we could load them by hand into the Mahindra, and we could take them off like that, if that's what we wanted to do. So what I'm planning to do is just use the Autoload pallet instead of loading them by... Autoload trailer, instead of loading them by hand. And if this person who's made the Autoload trailer for pallets, if he does also turn his attention towards doing one for bales, well, small bales in particular, then I definitely want to get one for small bales, because I think that would be absolutely brilliant. It would fit this map quite nicely. It means that we wouldn't have to spend quite so long picking up the bales that we do go and do. Because, let's face it, it is going to take a while to pick them all up. We're going to attempt that. This is a hardcore series, after all, so we'll do something that's hardcore. We'll attempt to pick up all of these bales by hand in this patch that we're doing right now. And then after that, we can sort of see. We can see how much time it takes, and whether or not people want me to do that again, or whether we should look at something else. If we've got Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.